Friday. Happy Pay It Forward Friday, and welcome to another episode of Ask Cindy Connector Live. Hello, Cindy here over at Ask Cindy Connector Live, and I'll introduce you to my guests in just one moment. So you reached the podcast over at Ask Cindy Connector Live. And so what is Ask Cindy Connector Live about? It's a way for me to connect you to my sphere of influence. I'm a client retention specialist, and you could reach me on my digital business card at surfcityconcierge.com. You can check out my Google at surfcityalohamarketing.com. So today is National Postal Worker Day. So make sure that you thank your local postal worker. It's also National Canada Day. So all to my Canadian friends, hello. Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you.
So let's get into you a little bit. So tell my audience a little about you.
A little about me. Well, I am what I call myself a cash flow strategist. And the reason I am a cash flow strategist is because I think, like, in 2004, I had an experience at work that made me shift my paradigm. I thought, well, this is not what life is supposed to be about. I am stuck, really stuck. Any of you ever bought a house, then had one person get laid off, moved people who had not saved for retirement, like your parents or your husband's parents, into your house and have that go on? That's what was going on for me. And I thought, well, I gotta figure out something else different, because this is not going to fly. I love to travel. I am not going to be traveling anytime soon if this keeps up. So I decided I would go out and buy some real estate. And I did that. My husband didn't do that, but I did that in 2008 and 9. And I think you may know what happened to the real estate market there, right? So,
Yes.
oh my God. So anybody else made any horrible money mistakes like like I did? I know a lot of people are kind of stuck sometimes in shame and fear around the mistakes that they've made, and it's super hard unless you have some focus and some wherewithal to get through that. So luckily, I have dug my way out, and when I did, I thought, well, what should I have known that no one told me? And how can I pay it forward? How can I take the pain and agony that it took me years to recover from, so other people that I serve don't have to go through that? And so that's what I do today. And that's what I kind of wanted to share: 3 cash flow strategies that you might not think are cash flow strategies, but to really help you navigate your journey to financial freedom and to manage your reserve and your precious cash flow. So that's kind of about me.
Well, let's go into that.
All right. Well, the first strategy, now it could sound a little boring, but I'm telling you, this is the key. Like, write it down. If you have a pencil, write this down, right? You want to get really clear on your values and your goals, so that you know what direction to head towards. And a lot of people don't do this because they think they have to be 100% perfect and know 100% of what they're writing down. No, you just have to kind of write down kind of what you want, right? If you have a business, like a small business, it's like, well, I want to grow my business, but how many hours do you want to work? How much money do you need to make from that business? And getting clearer on that is going to help you make other decisions. And when you measure all the hundreds of decisions that you have to make every day, right? Am I going to buy this platform? Am I going to work with this person? Am I going to go to that networking event? It is exhausting if you don't have a way to filter out what's really important. And having your goals and knowing your values helps you make those decisions faster and easier. You have greater peace of mind, and you'll be able to make more money because you are not overwhelming yourself. So that is my first strategy to increase your cash flow.
And number 2.
The number 2 strategy is get clear on your money. so that you know if you're flowing your money to your goals and dreams. Now, that sounds pretty simple, right? It's like know your money. Well, it is interesting how many people do not understand how their money flows. So let's talk small business owners. Something that you and I have talked about is understanding, one, what you can charge for your service, but how much
Exactly.
money you need to make in your service. And those are two very different things, because a lot of entrepreneurs end up loving what they do. And because, there's this is I call a small business a self-awareness journey, right? Those self-esteem issues, those issues that make you feel like you're good enough, not good enough, rather, will come across in your pricing. And so it's super important to understand, like, an hour is not an hour. That's one of my big tips, is really understand what an hour of your one time is worth, and how to price that. So how do you do that? You're going to want to include, ooh, how much are you going to pay on taxes in that hour, and back that out, right? Because a lot of people, especially when you're not paying, you're not collecting funds W-2, you have to pay the taxes yourself. People forget about the taxes, right? And then they're
Mhm.
shocked when they're due. Well, no, you want to have like a way to calculate this for yourself. So you want to back out the taxes, you want to back out insurance and healthcare and any platforms that you have to use in order to serve your client. And you want to take in into account the time it takes before and after the appointment. Because I know for me, when I work with someone, it's not just that 50 minutes that we spend together. It's probably the hour that I spend preparing before,
The
and
drive time.
and the drive time if I'm
Mhm.
going somewhere, but it's also the time after, I spend with them. It's also the billing and the bookkeeping. So an hour is never an hour. And that's one of the things I always see small entrepreneurs do, especially when they're just starting out, is not understanding all of the time that it takes to do that 1 hour appointment. So if that is one of my key cash flow strategies, is if you understand that, you are going to increase your income, because you will know if you're pricing yourself right for what you need to charge to pay for your own lifestyle. And that's the second tip within that, understanding your money, is that if you don't know how much things are costing and you're commingling, how are you ever going to know if you're making a profit? You
Exactly.
just won't. And you cannot commingle. And what does that mean? If you're a small business owner and you've got accounts, don't pay for your business expenses with your personal funds, and vice versa. And understand what those expenses are. And that's going to really save you, again, that's going to save you time and money, because you won't have to be sweating with your accountant at the end of the year, or thinking, oh, I'm going to do it myself. I can do my taxes myself. No, it's just going to take you a lot of time, and you will save more money, and make more money if you stay within your area of expertise, and outsource things that are going to take you longer, and that you don't, know the ins and outs of. So,
Exactly. And I'm actually looking to hire some VAs because I have a VA type service and
right.
I do all the work. So imagine me being on vacation, or like I'm speaking at a conference the end of August. So imagine me being there. Well, all my client work is getting done still, but with my team,
Yes.
instead
And
of me waiting 2 weeks until I get back from vacation, or a week. And yeah, it's all automated and everything like that too. So that's really key, is to not be the hamster in the wheel. And
yes.
so many business owners are that hamster in the wheel.
And one of the reasons why they're a hamster in the wheel is because they don't think, I can afford it. And if you don't, if you do your pricing and calculate getting help in, then you can afford it. You can
Mhm.
afford it. And that's why you've got to look at your money, which is really my third tip, is using, and the cash flow strategy is to look at your money and have tools that you can use to help you navigate. I call it a compass, like a balance sheet is a compass. And a lot of people aren't familiar with what a balance sheet is, but it is the tool that the wealthy use and big companies use to help them navigate their journey to make decisions. And if you're not doing that, boy, you want to do that. And I have the secret to financial freedom, which makes it super simple and easy. I've automated it. So it is a price point that is approachable for you to get that work done. Because I have to tell you, most accountants charge a lot of, like, in the thousands of dollars to do balance sheets. And I was shocked
Yes.
by that. And they won't do them for you personally, which to me makes no sense, because it is crucial for you to understand what you own and what you owe and the difference, and use that balance to help guide you to, if you're making good or not good or bad, but decisions that are getting you towards your goals. And everybody's different. So
Exactly. Well, let's kind of change gears a little bit. How important it is for us busy entrepreneurs to take a vacation, because literally when you
yes.
take a vacation and you get back, you're actually more productive. Let's talk about that.
Well, I can talk about travel all day long, and I have got to tell you all that I love cash flow strategy. And the thing I didn't mention was the after tax, knowing after taxes, but being able to write off travel is interesting to me. And one of the
Yes.
reasons I connected with Cindy, because now I am a travel agent thanks
Woo.
to Cindy. And when I go on my trip, I'm planning to go to Italy for 7 weeks in September and October. And
Wow.
so, yeah, so
Can
it
you
is.
kidnap me,
What's
please?
that? Yeah.
Please kidnap me.
Well, you'll have your VAs working, so you can come on and you can come on over. But it is, how do you do what you love and take advantage and play by the rules and be able to write off some of your travel if that's what you're into. And
Mhm.
being a travel agent is one really fun way to get the tools. And if you don't know about that, you got to check in with Cindy, because it is lovely. And it's a great strategy. Anyway, I could go on about that all day long. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to direct the conversation to, or um,
Well, I talked about it this morning. I was on LA Island Radio. It's a local
right,
radio station here in Huntington Beach, and that's one of the things I talked about, because our friend Bernie, who's from Texas,
right.
yeah, he joined about a year ago, and he actually went to Europe for an event, and he showed his travel agent card, and they ended up upgrading him. Really, really amazing. So
Wow.
it's what's really important in business is I could talk all about how great my business is, and you could talk all about how great your business is.
Right.
But when other people are talking about how great your business is and all the different strategies that they received, all the way that they save money on, running your business, or they save money on travel, that's really key, is to get other people to talk about you,
Yes.
because you could talk about yourself all day long.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I could, but I always like to talk about you and how I can help you get to your goals and dreams, because I am committed. When I work with clients, I am committed to their success. Sometimes when they don't even believe they can, but I know they
Mhm.
can if they apply some simple rules and consistency to the process. So it's, yeah. But your service is amazing, and your VA service. So again, like tying it back to getting value for your dollars, right? So if you are charging, $80 an hour, and you can pay somebody else $40 an hour to do half of that work for you, now
Mhm.
you have leveraged your time. And
Exactly.
yes, and that's the name of the game. And then also to really understand the difference between the types of income that there are. There's regular income and 1099 income and passive
Mhm.
income. What is
Yeah.
that? And how do you get it? That's what I help people understand as well. But yeah,
Let's talk about referral programs, because I'm actually working on that. I work with Stephanie Massman on some of the stuff that she does, and she has an amazing referral program. And so I give a lot of referrals. I get a lot of referrals. So
right.
kind of tell my audience how they could come up with a structured price to figure out what they would charge for a referral program or an affiliate type program.
Wow. Okay. So what you're asking is if you, for example, had a business and you wanted to pay out a referral fee to somebody else to help you market it. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, so what I have now that
Mhm.
that actually Lesley helped me with, and I'm actually going to do a new hashtag. It's called hashtag Money Mentor. So that would be Lesley Crumley.
Oh,
And so we talked about a lot of things, and getting the money right. And so kind of tell my audience a little bit of how you help me, because the StreamYard Mastery class is $700. And so anybody who is a strategic partner of mine, their clients will actually get it for 400. But then I also want to do a program where if someone refers me to like a certain program,
Right.
then they'll get a little kickback as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then, okay, that's a big question for this. How much time do we have? Do we have like 4 hours left? No, I don't think we do. That's a big question for a short amount of time. So the first thing I would say, if you are somebody thinking about having a referral program, is one, understanding how much the costs are, and breaking that out into two different categories. The cost of your time, specifically, how much time is it going to take of you each with each offering, right? And then how much
Yeah.
of that is automated, because on my program, I am happy to pay out sponsor fees, because I have an automated portion of that program. And I did that specifically because the price point can become so much lower for the end user. So they get such high value. And it makes it very easy for me to collaborate with other people who are in a line and have the same values as I do, which is we just are all trying to leverage and pull each other up for the best value. And so that's what I would do first, is I'd separate and see how much time you have to put into that offering, and then what of that can you pull anything out, automate it, so that you can then make it easier to have a referral fee on that automated part.
So, yeah, because
Does
there's
that make sense?
so many people that have an affiliate program, and they actually have it's free to be an affiliate on their website. Like my friend Tim Gillette, he has an amazing website. I'm going to plug
Right.
him because he is a rock star. TimGillette.com, and he also has this podcast where they actually taste different alcohols and they pair it with food. And I'm actually going to have a podcast on my other podcast where I'm actually paired with a gal who is in a wine company, and I'm going to do the food, she's going to do the wine. So, but I just wanted to plug Tim Gillette because he has an amazing website. And so the affiliate program is free, but then he'll kick back like a certain percentage or something. So that's some of the things that I'm going to be working with Lesley on. And it looks like Stephanie has a comment. Here you go.
Oh, hey, Stephanie. I just want to throw out there that when you say that the affiliate programs are free, it's not free to the person who is offering that. And that's a component of when you're paying out affiliate, because all the platforms have costs to them. And so if you're just looking at the gross price that you're offering, let's say the offering is $1,000, and you don't back out like the platform fees and then split it, you're not getting the split you think you're getting, because they can be significant, like between Stripe and the affiliate platform and what other platforms you have to pay for to deliver that content. Just make sure. That's why having that profit and loss statement and understanding what expenses are associated with everything that you offer helps you with pricing. And that's why, again, you want to look at what you're spending your money on consistently.
Yeah, you had to factor everything in.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, even like you were telling me the other day, even like doing the math. Like for me, I need to learn how to do the Excel where I do the adding and everything on there. Because
Yes.
I usually just do it on the calculator on my computer, and then I go back. So actually doing that's going to take time. So everything, time is money, right? So kind of tell my audience all about that and explain that.
Oh yeah. Well, anything that you do, like in your business, if you can make it repeatable. And I love Excel because you'd think that I'm really great at math, but I'm not great at adding up math by hand, but I'm super good with formulas, basic formulas in Excel. So I use Google Sheets, which is kind of an Excel, similar to Excel, and to use formulas, and then so that I can replicate what I'm doing. So if I'm doing it for one client, I'm going to do it for 5 other clients. I can, set it up where I'm just plugging in numbers and I never have to do the thinking again. And that's creates efficiencies for you and for your clients, and it helps you communicate clearly what you're charging for and how much it's going to cost, and it helps you estimate your time, because I will tell you, I know you know this, right?
Mhm.
Like, you think a project and you put it out and you say it's going to be 3 hours. Well, it ends up taking you 6 hours, and then it gets so painful you forget that, right? Because you don't
Mhm.
want to acknowledge that it took 6 hours, and then you do it again and again and again. So if you have systems set up to track yourself, then it helps you get real with your time. And that is really the name of the game, is being honest with yourself, because it's very hard to be honest with yourself sometimes about how long it actually takes. And especially if there's that part, like if you're a designer and you love to design, you're not doing it for the money. Want the money, but you do it because you love it. But you can get really in it and spend way too much time, when if you need to attend to your finances, you need to be doing something else with your billable hours.
Well, speaking of Ask Cindy Connector, I want to connect you to Vi Brown. I'm going to do an email here within the next day or two and connect you. She was on my podcast a few weeks ago.
Oh,
So you
fantastic.
see her comment here?
Let's see. There's so many things that can be easily overlooked if you don't have a handle. Oh my goodness, that is so true. Very true. And I have a cash flow strategy class that I'm going to be offering soon. And if you wanted to, if you're interested and you want to dig into your expenses, I have a super fast way to get some of this stuff done, and easy. Depends on the bank you deal with, though. So we have a little conversation to see if it's right for you, but it can help you get that done fast, because a lot of times people don't know where to start, and it's painful if you don't know how to get it done fast. Just like me navigating social media, I need a guide. I need somebody to tell me it's okay. I need somebody to tell me, no, you're not stupid, that you don't get where the link button is or whatever it is. And my brain just goes like, it just stops when I look at Facebook or I look at LinkedIn, because it is too much information. And I'm so afraid I'm going to do it wrong. And I know that's how people feel about their money. So
About Excel, that's my thing, is trying to figure out how to add all that up. Yeah,
you know what? I studied Excel on SuperCalc, for any of you out there who have been working with computers for a long time. SuperCalc, that's how long I've been working on spreadsheets. So it's been a long time. So I have some pretty good skills there. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
but it takes time. And that's a great point, is get somebody that, if I known this when I started out, I would have probably not been sitting here today, right now. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
because get help. Make sure, and that's why you want to look at your money and make sure that you get that expert help that can help you accelerate, rather than trying to struggle on your own if you don't have to. And sometimes you want to learn by doing, which is great. But if you get to a certain point in your career, look, time's a ticking. And if you want to do all those things in life, you can't learn everything, and you can't do everything yourself. Make sure you're doing what you love, and make sure that you are able to leverage and get help for those things that are just, don't come easily and quickly to you. No need to suffer.
And now shout outs. Stephanie Massman, what do you have to say about her?
Oh my goodness. Stephanie and Matthew have changed my life. I wouldn't be sitting here right now with you if it weren't for Stephanie's sales gym. And they are just delightful and obsessed with your goals. They have helped me create a program that is, I wouldn't know how to offer it if it weren't for them. And one of the reasons why I can say, get help now. Do not sit on your goals and dreams and struggle and thinking you can't do it. Get the help. And if you do need help with any business growth, check out Stephanie and Matthew's work. It is amazing. That's what I have to say about Stephanie and Matthew.
How about a shout out to your VA? Because they work very hard.
Oh yes, oh my goodness, my VA Fred and you, who used to help me. They are invaluable, and that's one way for you to leverage. And you, my goodness, you are an amazing. You have some ninja skills, girlfriend, and she's like the Tasmanian devil. She moves so fast, like she's a whirlwind, and she just gets it done. So if you've got stuff and you want to get it done, I would say check out Cindy too, because they are invaluable resources and team members in your growth. and just amazing. My life has changed as a way of working with a virtual assistant. Absolutely.
And so now at the end of the show, I like to ask my guests, what is the one thing you're going to do this weekend, especially because it's a holiday weekend, that you're going to make a difference? You're going to make someone smile by doing a random act of kindness.
What is the one thing I will do for a random act of kindness? Well, you know what? I think I'm going to reach out to somebody on Alignable, because I love that platform, who's
Oh, wow.
struggling with something that I'm an expert in, and just reach out and say, hey, how can I help you? That's what I'm going to do.
So you're going to lead with serving.
I'm going to lead with serving. And oh, here's the other thing I am happy to do. If you go to my website, structuredsuccess.com, and you click get the free Achieve Financial Freedom Guide, I'm going to give you this insight. If you download that, on page 6 or 7, I believe, there's a free strategy session. I want to invite you to take advantage of that, because it's like not a high pressure thing or anything. It's like, I will share strategies, whatever you need. I'm happy to serve you and help you. So that is the other thing, that I am happy to share my knowledge and my pain, so that you don't have to struggle in the same way I did. So take advantage of it. Definitely let financial freedom ring. It is 4th of July, freedom, be free financially. So, and let me help you. Let me help you.
Exactly. And any last minute networking tip?
Networking. Oh my gosh. This is a networking tip from my good friend, Jen Buzza, who is amazing. Is when you go to a networking event, you put that hour on your calendar, right? You want to put another hour on your calendar for the follow-up. And if you can't find an hour to follow up with the hour you're spending, unless it's a hobby and you're just doing it for fun, do not go to that event, because you will be wasting your time, because you will not have done the whole process. So get really strategic about how you're following up when you're networking. And if you need help with that, I think my friend Cindy Lee here is a expert at that. So check her services out.
Well, one thing I want to talk about, and I talk about it almost every show, is be the connector. So when you're networking and belly to belly, person to person, just be the one who's there connecting people. So when you go up to people, you'll say, hey, I want to connect you to a couple people. What is the best referral? Who are you looking for? Give me about 20, 30 minutes and I'll be back. So then you come back, you give them the connection, and you just move the referral process from there. But a lot of times they'll say, well, Cindy, I want to get to know you, or Lesley, I want to get to know you. Why don't we get to know each other here in a couple of days? Let's meet for coffee virtually or in person. But today's all about you and me connecting you to this amazing business owner. So that is my tip every single week.
I like
it. Unfortunately, I will be on hiatus until probably around December or January. A big plug to Patrick Snow. He's actually helping me get my book out, Being a Referral and Gratitude Rock Star. It's going to be an amazing book, guys. It's going to be worth being on hiatus for a bit. And so I'm going to drop you in the green room. Is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Just everybody out there listening, go after your goals and dreams. Don't wait. Life is short. You deserve it. And the world deserves having you go after your goals and dreams, because the world will be a better place if we can all come from a place of happiness and joy and gratitude. So I leave you with that. Namaste.
Okay, I'm going to pop in the green room and hang tight for 1 minute.
Okay, cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Well, there you go. Here on YouTube, you can see Lesley's information. So make sure that you click that link and go for the free training, and consultation is amazing with Lesley, and definitely connect with her, schedule one-on-one, become referral partners, and see where the referral process will go. Because it's so important to connect people to others. That's actually how we're going to grow, by helping other people grow and become successful. So next on the show, at the 3 o'clock show, I have Chabner Law here in Southern California. So definitely stay tuned. And this is Cindy over at Ask Cindy Connector Live. If you like to win a trip to Costa Rica, it's one of our newest trips, or Hawaii, or even Cancun, make sure that you go to my YouTube. You're going to subscribe, comment, and share. You could either share this very video or one of my other videos, and I'll gift you a hotel stay. I pay for the hotel and you pay for the tax. So this is Cindy at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Have an amazing weekend.